Okay, y'all, I'm just not waking up. Let me give y'all part two. Okay, so this is part two with Jalisa and her best friend. Okay, so y'all know Jalisa's best friend ended up putting a pill in her drink or whatever. Basically trying to tell her, the dude that she was talking to, like, give her this or whatever. It's going to loosen her up and all this stuff like that. So the dude, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He give it a drink, not knowing that it's a pill that's going to make this girl be out her body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lose all control. So he take her to drink or whatever. She drinking a drink, they talking or whatever. All of a sudden, she just get the like staggering and all this stuff like that. She get the cursing motherfuckers out. She taking off her clothes and stuff like that. So the dude was like, you know what I'm saying? Calm down, Jalisa. Like, you doing too much. Like, what's going on with you? I think you'd had too much to drink or whatever. So she cussing him out. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, he go back to Jalisa friend, tell Jalisa friend, like, you know what I'm saying, your homegirl, she out her body or whatever. So he, the friend, Jalisa friend, basically tell him, like, take her upstairs or whatever and lay her in my bed. Maybe she just need a couple hours of sleep. Now, mind y'all, when she was downstairs, yeah, she was ripping off her clothes and stuff like that. Like, she was just really showing her natural born ass. So he took her upstairs and laid her in Jalisa in the friend bed or whatever. And he told her, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna come up there and check on you in a few minutes or whatever. I'm gonna let you get yourself together. So at this point, she laying on the bed, y'all. She's so fucked up that she can't even hold her head up. So this girl, she out her body. So he go back downstairs, you know what I'm saying, he linking up with the people that he know from the job or whatever. And you know, the friend over there, the friend that linked up with three dudes. She linked up with three dudes and told these dudes to go up there and tend to her best friend. Like, go and SA her best friend. Her best friend is in her bedroom or whatever. Make sure you be quiet and all this shit like that. Like, she just basically, you know what I'm saying, giving these three dudes to go RAPE her friend. So they go up there, y'all. They do what they do. And they come back downstairs. Now, the dude that Jalisa was talking to, he decided to go up there and check on Jalisa. He go up there and check on Jalisa and realize Jalisa is out her body. Like, her body, like, even though she was taking off her clothes, at this point, her clothes was, like, torn. They was ripped off of her or whatever. So he run back downstairs or whatever to her friend, like, damn, man, what's going on with Shorty? Shorty clothes ripped up and shit like that. He was like, did you see anybody go up there? And she was like, what? So she ended up going up there acting like she don't know what the fuck that happened. Like, she don't know that she just, like, you know what I'm saying, that she didn't just send these motherfucking dudes up there to do that to her best friend. So they go up there or whatever, and he was like, man, look at her clothes and shit torn off or whatever. So the friend was like, oh, she'll be all right. She probably did that shit herself. Like, that girl is drunk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just let her lay down and get a couple hours of sleep or whatever, and she'll be all right. So the dude was like, you know what I'm saying? He kind of like, nah, it's more to it or whatever. But he didn't really push the issue, you know what I'm saying? She claimed that, you know, she did it herself or whatever. So he was like, okay, cool, whatever. So he went back downstairs. They got, you know, get back to the party or whatever. Fast forward, y'all. The dude, I mean, not the dude, Jalisa ended up waking up. Now, Jalisa realized her clothes is off of her. Her clothes is torn. She hurt down there. She bleeding down there, y'all. It's blood all over her best friend bed. And she just like, what the fuck did happen? So she calling out for her best friend and stuff like that. Her best friend runs in the room and she just like, what the fuck happened? Like, my clothes off. Like, damn, did I mess around with somebody or whatever? So she thinking that the dude that she was talking to at the party that she met at the gym had did this to her whole time. Her best friend ended up doing this to her. She was like, man, somebody did something to me because I'm bleeding. Like, look, best friend, I'm bleeding. So she started crying, y'all. Whole time I told y'all this girl was 19 years old. Turns out she was a fucking virgin, y'all. She was not like her best friend. She was not dibbing and dabbing with other different niggas and all this stuff like that. She was like more on the, she was a good girl. You know what I'm saying? She was a good girl. She stayed to herself really. Like, she wasn't with all that shit. Like, giving herself away to somebody that she just met or giving herself, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was a good girl. So she come to find out she was a fucking virgin, y'all. She bleeding all over her friend's bed. She just laying in her fucking puddle of blood. So, she crying or whatever. She asking her friend what happened or whatever. And she was like, girl, you was just out your body. She was like, I don't think nobody messed with you or nothing like this. She was like, friend, somebody had to been and came up here and messed with me. Like, look at all this blood that's on your bed. I ain't do this shit to myself. So she was like, come to think about it. She was like, I did see three dudes coming up here. They asked to go to the bathroom. And, you know what I'm saying, they ran upstairs or whatever. And when I saw them coming back down, they was like fixing their clothes or whatever. So it kind of rung a bell in Jalisa's head, like, how the fuck you see these dudes running downstairs? You didn't come up there and check on me. You didn't supervise these dudes as they went up there to the bathroom. And why would they come upstairs anyway when it's a bathroom downstairs? So she knowing something ain't right, like something went the fuck on or whatever. So she the friend basically was trying to like blame it on her, talking about, girl, you don't need to drink no more because you was just all out of character. You taking off your clothes, like you was just doing the most. You was cussing people out. You was bumping people, shoving people, pushing people. Like you was just doing a whole lot of shit. And I told your homeboy to, you know what I'm saying, take you upstairs or whatever to lay you in bed. So she thinking like, what the fuck? Like, it's so many motherfucking wrongs with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You my best friend. If anything, you should have made sure that I, you know what I'm saying, made it upstairs, made sure that your door was locked so that nobody could come up in there and do nothing to me. Like, you knew I was on my body. You knew I had too much to drink. Like, why would you do that? So the friend basically telling her, like, you right, Jalisa. I should have walked you up here myself. Like, I didn't know they was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the friend, Jalisa, gathered her stuff. She like, I got to go home with her. She's like, I need to get myself together. So she goes home, y'all. She goes home. When she go home, she clean herself up. She crying, y'all. She get a phone call from the dude that was at the party. She got to clicking on him like, did you do something to me while I was at the party? Because I was bleeding in my best friend's bed and my clothes was torn. Like, I pray to God that you didn't do nothing to me because I'm a whole virgin. So she on the phone with him, she crying and stuff like that. And he was like, nah. He was like, nah, I wouldn't have never did no stuff like that to you. Like, calm down. He was like, calm down. So he don't know at the time. He don't know where Jalisa stayed. He asked Jalisa if he can get the address or whatever so that he can come over there and comfort her. Jalisa sent him the address, but at the same time, they still on the phone with each other. So she was basically telling him how her body feel, you know what I'm saying? And the last thing she remembered was talking to him or whatever. And he was like, I don't know. He was like, I'm not saying that your best friend did nothing to you, but at the same time, when I fixed you a drink, your best friend put like a pill or something in your drink and it dissolved like in damn near 5 seconds. So she like, what? She quiet on the phone. She like, what? And he was like, yeah. He was like, man, she said that it was supposed to like loosen you up and whatever. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, you was gonna be feeling good, just, you know, get out your shell a little bit. Cause you was like cooped up in a corner and stuff like that, like you was scared to interact with people. So she was like, so my best friend gave me something and you brought it to me. And he was like, yeah, he was like, I'm sorry. He was like, if I knew it was something that was that strong or whatever, I would have never brought that shit to you. So at this point, she feeling bad. She like, she asked him, is he on his way over there to the house or whatever? He like, yeah. So she was like, okay, well, I'm finna call my best friend real quick. I'm gonna call you back. So she called her best friend or whatever, and she cussed her best friend like, why the fuck did you lie? So you put something in my drink and told my friend to bring it to me or whatever. And the friend was like, girl, you need to just loosen up. I just gave you a little something. It wasn't supposed to get you out your body. And, you know, in reality, you just drunk too much. Like, that's your motherfucking fault. So, y'all, at this point, Jalisa is feeling betrayed, y'all. At this point, she can't believe what the fuck her best friend's saying. Like, you gave me something to drink. You gave me out my body. Then you allowed these motherfucking dudes to come upstairs and do whatever to me. And all you got to say is, you know what I'm saying, you tripping or you need to loosen up. So y'all, she clicking on her best friend. She tell her best friend she ain't fucking with her no more. That's some foul ass shit. She was like, if you was a real ass female, if you was a real ass friend, you would have came up there and supervised, you know what I'm saying, why these dudes was up there or whatever. And she was like, I ain't supposed to supervise them. She was like, they asked me if they could go to the bathroom and I told them that the bathroom was upstairs. So that's what caught Jalisa attention, because she like, why would you tell them to come upstairs when it's a whole bathroom downstairs? So at this point, the girl, her friend is on the phone quiet or whatever. She like, they just wanted to go upstairs. Like, they can't go upstairs to use the bathroom. So at this point, Jalisa didn't call her in her lie. So Jalisa like, okay, you want to play it like that? Bet. So at this point, Jalisa thinking in her head like, I'm finna get this bitch back. So she tell her like, you know what I'm saying, we ain't cool no more. Don't call my phone. Don't come by my house. Like, I ain't your motherfucking friend. No, I'm not fucking with you. You jealous. Like, you did that shit on purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? You foul for that shit. So Jalisa like, I'm gonna get this bitch back by any motherfucking means. And what better way to get a bitch back than putting a motherfucking voodoo spell on a hoe? Yeah, y'all gotta like for part 3 because I'm trying to tell you. And another thing, let me point y'all to my page because I will not be posting part 3 on here. I repeat, I will not be posting part 3 on here. I will be posting the rest of the video on YouTube. So if you want to go see it, if you want to hear about the rest of it, y'all, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm finna post it right now. Toodles.